The most wanted drivers in New York. I saw this earlier. I wanted to watch it. Apparently, this is like a social media group that runs from cops or something like that. Pig is okay physically, but not mentally. I'm never okay mentally. Pig, you're a special boy. No. That noise you made had my cat flipping out? How do you know what noise I make?
Easy. Come on. Hey. How many police chases do you think you've been in?
30, I think.
Shut up,
Pig, you're a special boy.
Oh
A pretty, smart, creative good buddy. You're the shiniest and smoothest bunk weasel. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how wanted would you say you are?
Probably a 10. Nobody's more wanted than me.
I wasn't lying when I said these guys are wanted.
Should I start doing this stuff instead, chat? Apparently, I'd be more safe in your eyes.
Hello, folks. I'm Tommy G. I'm here with the most wanted drivers in New York.
Shut up, bitch!
The parasocials are out? Yeah. Is that copyright? Hold up, is that copyright?
Slim Team, you already know what's going on. I love NYPD. Slim Team, the dream team.
So buckle up, folks. This is going to be a wild ride. One day in the safety of my home in Milwaukee, I started to get bombarded by DMs imploring me to explore these two drivers named Squeeze Benz and Wear
It's gonna be a wild ride.
When I looked at their pages, they're driving shotgun. I would describe their videos as daring, dangerous, and reckless. I'm fascinated.
Yo, thank you, K-Links, for the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much for the $10, Kenny. Pig, you're a really awesome guy. Whether you believe it or not, the community you foster, while it's silly at times, is really fun. And all thanks to you, stay well. I'm glad. I'm glad you're enjoying the community, Kenny. Some of them are good, you know.
Fascinated by the human desire to push limits and go against the grain. I'm fascinated by the daredevils and outlaws of the world. Young men in particular love to do this in a variety of ways. Evel Knievel shot himself out of a cannon. Philip Petit tightrope walked across the Twin Towers. Alex Honnold climbed up cliffs without a rope. And fighter Darren Till cut weight until he went blind. The question that comes to mind when you look at this behavior is what compels someone to push themselves to such lengths and risk injury or death. In today's video, we investigate this daredevil behavior in the form of reckless drivers who are causing outrage and fascination across New York.
Police tried to pull over a car on West 38th Street.
Was that fucking Aiden Ross? Of course. Dude, bro probably gets off to these videos.
Today's video,
Wait, I can't really say much, can I? I watch people crashing cars. Our dogs, sorry. Jack ate 3 of Amy's scones, so she's very upset. Apparently, she turned her back for a second to go do something. And Jack jumped up and grabbed 3 of them. Is Jack okay? Is Jack okay? Is Jack... You're worried about the fucking dog? I'm more worried about my fucking scones. What do you mean, is Jack okay? The fuck out of... Get out of here with that.
Show us your dogs.
No.
Investigate this daredevil behavior in the form of reckless drivers who are causing outrage and fascination across New York.
Police tried to pull over a car on West 38th Street and 7th Avenue. The driver sped off, slamming into cars, driving on the sidewalk, and even hitting a dining shed.
But there's a twist in the story, because these guys don't just risk their own necks in the stunts, they also risk the lives of innocent pedestrians and the law enforcement that chases them. These guys regularly go on police chases and evade police helicopters. Today, we interview them face to face and talk morality, ethics, danger, and their motivation for their behavior. Let's dive in and go boost.
Bro, do they got merch or something like that? Why they got matched
on the ground?
Isn't that just a dead giveaway?
This documentary is purely for educational purposes. We want to stress that the behavior depicted in this video is dangerous, illegal, and should
okay? We are worried.
He's dead. He died.
Never be imitated. And remember, it only takes one bad crash to ruin your life or someone else's. Please drive responsibly. Thank you.
2 with the FA7. 2 for Truman Carbone.
La, copyright. I assume, right?
and driving. We had some extra time to kill at the New York airport, so I went around showing people videos of Squeeze Benz and Where's 981 driving. Here's what they had to say about it.
Oh my god.
What do you think of that?
It's just dangerous. I think if the police go after them, it's a bit dangerous. Puts everyone else at risk.
He's probably going 120, 130 right now. See how there's some close calls?
I feel like he thinks he's in a video game. That stuff pisses me off.
It's video games!
Hey pig, can we
Yo,
see your
1,000
bird?
bits? No, he's sleeping. Thank you so much for 1,000 bits, though.
Around those roads too. When that guy hits one of my kids, he'll say, I don't know what happened.
I could tell this guy a million times, hey, you're gonna kill somebody on the road. He's gonna do it anyways. What do you think about that?
It makes me mad. I get it. All kids, they're bred to do that, right? But it's irresponsible.
If I
Not all kids, no. There's some kids that would rather be wrapped in bubble wrap out of the womb than do something like that. You know what I mean? There's some kids, you know, that for example, right, freak out.
If he is sleeping, why are you screaming trying to wake your bird up? What others animals you have?
Shut up! God fucking damn it, I lost my train of thought. Fuck!
told you that this guy's got
No animals! Shut up! Watch the
not only
stream!
multiple police, but also helicopters. What's your reaction on that?
I believe it. I just feel like it's really selfish. I feel like he should get his license taken away for some period of time and probably...
What's that gonna do? Like, honestly, what is that gonna do?
to go through safe driving classes, maybe talk to people who are
the
victims
responsible ones,
of
exactly.
I think it
drive
should
like
be
him.
commensurate with like attempted manslaughter or something like. I mean,
Yeah.
that's in effect
Yeah.
you're putting people at risk intentionally when you go a certain speed over the speed limit.
If you were his mother or father, what would you tell him?
That he's a selfish idiot. One of these days, somebody is gonna get in his way and that person's gonna end up dead, or many people are gonna end up dead. And if he ends up dead, that's his consequence for what he does, but nobody else deserves to have that kind of risk. It's no different than someone who's really...
Genuinely so sad. I'm sorry, honey. I mean, at least Jack didn't get all of them. That's all that matters. There's still 2 left. LOL, make him follow the law, girl. What? Yeah. That's, you know what? Maybe we should get them in trouble. It's like, that's not how it works for these people. Their whole point is doing whatever the fuck they want. Why would you let Jack do that, pig? Good. I don't know. Good point.
drunk, getting behind the wheel of a car and driving when they have no control.
Is that famous streamer Asmongold? No, I have better hair.
Like a weapon of mass destruction. It has to be handled with care.
Worse than being drunk and getting behind the wheel, because you're actively making the choice to put other people's lives at risk.
The steepest price that gets paid is not the person driving the car. I mean, someone's going to end up dying, and that'll be that.
That can ruin hundreds of people's lives. Like if a kid in a school were to die, everybody in the school
It's a
would be
ripple
mourning
effect.
for that one person.
Oh yeah, he's tripping. Not safe at all.
If he hit somebody, do you think it should be manslaughter or first degree?
I say manslaughter because you know.
I mean, yeah, vehicular manslaughter, definitely. I feel like the punishment should be higher.
What you're doing, like you're just driving crazy. Like,
What would you tell him if you could say something to him?
I'd be like, slow down.
What do you think about driving like this?
Oh, it's terrible. I don't like it.
Like he better...
Murder? Well, I feel like it depends on the situation. Because, aggravated manslaughter, well, it's vehicular manslaughter, isn't it? It's not first degree because there's no intentional target. Yeah, it can't be first degree. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it should be a special case for this kind of shit, you know?
Stay away from it. Yeah.
What should be the penalty if he's caught? Manslaughter or first degree? That's another debate.
If he hits somebody? You mean if he kills somebody?
I don't think
It's
first
vehicular
degree.
manslaughter.
Yeah, I don't think, I feel like first degree doesn't make sense. Like, what about the other degrees?
This guy has an ability to get away from,
you know, there's
multiple
90
police
degrees,
vehicles, including helicopters.
45
But he
degrees,
hasn't been
180.
caught. Yesterday, he got away from a helicopter.
Where? In New York or California?
New York.
Wow. What kind of car is he renting?
Lamborghini.
I could see I was outrunning.
Dude, I love how he's like, wait, he outran a helicopter. What kind of cars he got? Oh shit. I mean, just curious. No reason. It's also like intentionally reckless driving, so I don't know. Well, that would be vehicular manslaughter then, right? Pig is a special case. Your mom's a special case.
on the cops.
A bullet on wheels, essentially?
A telephone pole. Turn yourself in, brother. You're a reckless driver and you're gonna hurt innocent people.
Dude, you know what? I think after that guy said it, I think he's gonna get turned in. 1 second.
100 bits for 100 scones.
Thank you so much, Brendan Dr. Pepper. Sorry. Amy's upset, understandably.
I got folks taking.
You know what would be better, chat? If they were all riding Hayabusas. Because at least they would probably be the only ones who die, right? I mean, sure, they probably freak people out. You know, like, if like, say if it was like a fast-ass, like, leader bike flying past you, and then it hits the back of your car, and then some dude flies over your hood and dies. I mean, yeah, that'd suck. But at least you're not, like, putting other people in danger. Just go full-on crotch rocket, you know? I honestly, like that would be technically safer than this, right? Because you wouldn't be killing other people. Extra speed bump? Yeah, I'm waiting for the copyright to go.
To meet Squeeze Benz. Recently, he's been making the news for his high-speed stunts. While some people see his driving as exhilarating or exciting, there's a rising sentiment that this sort of behavior unnecessarily endangers innocent drivers and pedestrians. He sent us the address of a random parking garage and told us to pull up. This is what we encountered.
Folks, we're on the way to talk to one of the most wanted drivers in New York, Squeeze Benz. This kid...
Dude, that's actually insane, though. They literally have social media pages where they just post clips of them evading the cops. I mean, I get that it's New York, so it's probably easier to evade them there, but...
It does stuff that makes my butthole pucker up. Pause. This guy is reckless. This guy is extreme. This guy drives at a very...
Dude, that is like the worst flavor of Celsius. I don't know why that one tasted so bad, but
high speed. I do not drive like this. You shouldn't drive like this, and there's a reason why I'm not getting into their cars while they're driving this fast. It's dangerous. It's reckless. It's scary. Disclaimer, don't do this at home. He's kind of like a...
I'm going to do this at home.
I'm always interested in the outlaws of the world. People that live on the edge. Humans, especially men, are always pushing the limits of danger. But one...
As someone who plays Need for Speed, these guys suck. You know what's hilarious? So, you know, on my downtime, sometimes I play like Assetto Corsa and stuff like that, which is like a sim racing thing. And they actually have servers, like the dudes who have the social media page, they have dedicated servers for people to basically recreate what they're doing in Assetto Corsa, where they have like, you know, like there's a bunch of traffic on an interstate, and you have to, like, drift in between all of it and, like, you know, go super fast between all of the traffic and try not to get hit and stuff like that. Like, these guys literally made a server for that shit.
The distinction I want to make is Evel Knievel only harms himself if he fails. The UFC fighters are both signing up.
As someone who drifts IRL and plays Assetto Corsa, also, I hate Shudo no Hesi servers. Dude, I played in one of them. I could see how it'd be, like, chill. Like, it's more like a free roam type of dealio. I didn't realize that some of the servers were ran by those type of dudes, which is kind of hilarious and crazy at the same time. But I could see how it'd be like a, you know, good free roam thing, but that's about it.
They're in mutual combat. But these guys, if something goes wrong, they harm innocent civilians. So I want to ask them about that, but then ask them about the outlaw, the testing danger, peace that lives strongly.
Aren't you an accomplice that they actually end up killing someone?
This is not a product placement. I do not want a partnership with Celsius. I do not drink your drinks every single trip, multiple times
like
a day.
him riding in the car?
Yeah. Love your drink. Guys, if you want to hit me up, please do. I would love to talk to you. Otherwise, I'll probably hit up Prime, and you know how that goes. So we're pulling up to meet Squeeze Benz. I'm excited.
Prime sucks.
I hope you are too. You know, high speed must be an issue around here if they have a Mustang NYPD car that's got some zip to it. R.I.P. Main Street.
I don't like that guy's gooch patch. I feel like it's just because he's got a great distance between his lip and the bottom of his chin. There's a lot of space there. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the only reason it feels off.
Media. It's been a great run. Kudos to you for lasting as long as you have. But it's it. I mean, you're finished. It's sorry. In honor of that, R.I.P. Mainstream
No
media.
offense to the guy, by the
available.
way. Trust me, my facial hair is absolutely garbage. So I mean,
GMcGee.com. Oh my god, dude! What the f is this, Batman, dude? On a scale of 1 to 10.
okay, so do they just rent these cars, or are they just fucking rich? Are they just rich, like, kids? Like, I don't understand.
How wanted would you say you are?
Probably a 10. Nobody's more wanted than me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's insane.
It started like about a year ago. I got my first.
That's such a dumb. That's such a loser thing to say. Yo, from a scale of 1 to 10, how wanted are you? Number 10. No one's more wanted than me. I'm the most wanted guy around. No one can fuck like. That's such a loser thing to say, man. I think they steal them. I don't know. I feel like I doubt. I feel like they get caught so quick if they were stealing them.
Benz, and I always did like little driving videos, and I never really took it to nothing. And then my boy started saying like, you know, mad people are blowing up off this, and I was just like, you know, that's just how it started.
I'm curious, like you have a Lamborghini, at one point a Mercedes-Benz. I'm sure you go through a lot of different cars. Are you going on tour and just driving people's cars all crazy? You guys getting your own cars? Like, tell me about that.
I had my own car for a bit, but then I changed it up because I did get.
Bro, they rent these? They just rent these cars?
Chased a lot, well, I just realized, like, you know, doing long-term rentals is just a way better route. And then obviously I don't tell these guys on the street that.
Did you ever get blown up by the tour people asking what the hell happened?
They do ask, and then like I kind of just like, you know, I'm just driving the car, you know what I mean?
You mix danger, but there's also...
What? So they just fucking rent these cars? Just stop renting them out to the guys.
Other people at risk.
Crashing rentals, assholes? Well, I mean, I don't know how many they've crashed or if they've crashed.
You do that. Innocent civilians. So what do you think about the element of danger for that?
I've been doing this since like real shit since I was 9. I used to take my dad's car out and I used to just bug out. I've been doing this for so long now that I feel like I did have some professional at it. Like, you know, niggas know like that's how I drive. There's been incidents where I've gone out with people and they try keeping up with me and they've crashed.
How fast do you go?
I mean, there's been a video on live where I've gone one-handed 210 miles an hour.
Filming with one hand, driving with the other, 210.
Damn, that's badass. Dude. That's hard.
That's
His
insane.
ego will get him killed. Oh yeah,
really,
definitely.
Just to build up a tolerance of just speed.
Do you feel like the police watch your Instagram?
100%, they do.
Let's pop in the car and keep the conversation going. Okay. How many people normally out compared to like, am I in the high end of...
Not just the high end.
That's okay. Does your mom worry about you?
I call her, she don't even want to hear the things that I'm doing. She be getting scared because she know I be doing shit, like, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you're probably gonna die. I mean, like, complacency is a bitch. I mean, that's the major reason that people die doing this shit. I mean, also because they're doing it in the first place. But you know what I mean? Like, people who do, like, extreme stuff, the only reason, like, not the only reason, but a lot of times the reason they die is they get complacent and they get, like, relaxed with it and they don't take it seriously anymore.
Any friends that have gotten really hurt or died doing this?
My boy, he was racing and he macked up and he hit his head and his head like split open a little bit. He needed stitches, but like other than that, nothing's ever happened.
That's why I'm saying put them on motorbikes, man. It'll change everything.
The camera system in New York, how hard is it to evade capture or awareness of the police?
Super easy. A lot of people like they be doing crimes with their plates on.
Dude, look at this. Look at this. What is this shit, man? It's like 2 different fucking screens. God damn.
I mean, if I go and run from a cops, I'm gonna make sure I either
That's
have
a cockpit.
altered plates or no plates at all.
New York City is home to one of the most advanced camera surveillance networks on the planet. An Amnesty International project identified that there are more than 25,000 public and private cameras at traffic intersections across the city. This camera technology can capture faces and other details from up to 400 feet away. This infrastructure isn't cheap either. This camera technology, combined with cell phone tracking tools, spyware, and facial recognition, racked up nearly $3 billion in expenditures from the NYPD from 2007 to 2019. When street racers run rampant in the city, it's easy for governments to make the argument to increase the surveillance in order to shut down this reckless and deadly behavior. However, this same technology can also be used to capture the profiles of millions of civilians on a daily basis, something that is currently happening in China and that many Americans are afraid of. As technology such as AI facial recognition and high-def cameras increase in quality,
why does it fucking matter anymore, man? Like, all the people complaining about, oh, my privacy. Oh, my privacy. Bro, they literally have everything, man. They literally have everything. Like, who cares anymore? Like, what's the point of even caring? Like, we're all fucked either way. Like, everything about you is known everywhere. You know? Like they got it. They have everything.
This is a challenge we are going to have to wrestle with to ensure the very tech that can help keep us safe also doesn't grow too powerful to infringe upon our freedoms.
It already does infringe upon our freedoms. We just don't like, just don't like talking about it. Muted? Oh, oopsies.
Jail time. I'm running red lights. I'm doing more than triple the speed limit, double the speed limit. This is a lot of tickets to...
You did a video in Times Square recently, right?
Yeah.
I gotta send it back for all my insecurities. Maybe like some work will probably clean it back. Maybe Mickey Thompson's line locked when he slap.
Jesus Christ.
It only takes one mistake to permanently change or destroy somebody's...
Dude, just go do what that one fucking... Dude, actually, this... Where is it at? Oh, shit. How long ago did I send that? Oh, no. Yeah, this. Just go do this. It's the same shit. Yo, thank you for the $5, Adara. Hey, big thanks for all the main channel bids. You do help me through some hard times. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Just do this. Just invest in a proper sim console. By the way, chat, this isn't real. It's a sim racer. Just do this, it's the same shit. Sim consoles are amazing, yeah. They do kind of go crazy.
I do understand that. It's just like we were also like it wasn't.
When are we getting another reality check? Never.
You seen in the video, like I stopped, looked around, made sure there was nobody, and started doing donuts. And then when I was running the red lights, I'm not gonna lie, I was low-key bugging. I low-key know how to run red lights. I've been chased by Mac cops to the point where I could blow the red lights doing 60, 70. No, I'm not.
60, 70, dude. What is your strategy in getting...
Blowing the red lights going 60, 70? But I'm just not scared. I'm just scared. I still care. But the adrenaline pig? What's the point? Is getting hard to watch, then leave.
Away from police.
Hopping on the highway. These cops, like, they're not really built for that. It's a lot of real rookie cops now. It's a bunch of rookie cops, and these guys do not know how to drive on the highway.
Let's talk about how drivers like Ben's can evade detection for so long. They do so by altering or covering up their license plate so the car cannot be tracked by police or the traffic cameras. Cars with this modification have been nicknamed ghost cars. Last month, a joint task force was launched between New York Governors Kathy Hochul, New York Mayor Eric Adams, the NYPD, and the MTA to crack down on the issue of ghost cars. In their first day alone, they impounded 73 cars, issued 200...
Why haven't this kid's parents turned him into the police yet? Who knows? You know, parents protect their kids.
82 court summons and made 8 arrests. And I noticed the same thing back home in Milwaukee. The guys running through the red lights, driving the stolen cars, and driving aggressively, most of them do not have license plates.
What's the longest police chase you've been in?
30 minutes, 20 minutes.
That's a pretty long chase. How many guys do you think were chasing you at one
I
time?
had to do like 3, 4, but the main thing was the helicopter. That was really hard to get away from. I'll get you away. Luckily, it was late night. I was in the Porsche, and that shit.
Is he trying to pass on the shoulder already?
Like
Jesus Christ!
It can only go so fast.
What's up, the DLZ ham?
Yeah, they only like top out like 150, 140.
You crash into somebody, they get paralyzed, they die. Do you think you deserve to go to prison?
Yes. Obviously, I wouldn't want to be put into prison for life. If I kill somebody, that's somebody's life. Like, that's somebody's mother, brother, cousin, whatever the case is. If somebody crashed into my mom in her car and they killed her, I'd want them to go to jail. You know what I mean? Maybe not for life, but just enough to get it in their head, like, you know?
What makes...
I like how he adds that little detail in there. Maybe not for life, but, you know, just beat him up a little bit. You know, make him feel a little bit bad about it. Wow. Bro has zero remorse for this shit. Holy shit.
Taking these risks worth it for you?
They're not really risks to me, that's the thing. I don't really see them as risk. I see them as, like, you know, me just everyday driving.
You say you've been driving since you were 9 years old?
My dad used to give me his car. You know, I used to sit on his lap when I was like 7. He used to give me the steering wheel, that, and then, you know, I hit 9. He used to send me, yo, go to AutoZone real quick. I used to go to AutoZone, Home Depot, whatever the
Dude, you know it's funny? God, it's crazy how back then, like, shit was so chill. But, like, back then, my parents did that, too. When I was younger, my dad sat me on his lap and let me, like, literally drive the car. Like, not touch the pedals or anything. I was, like, 7. You know, no, maybe I was a little bit older. But literally, like, I was controlling the car. Dude, why do they think that? I don't know, man. That just sounds insanely terrifying doing that, like, now. I turned the wheel into a fence was pretty sick. My mom did that when I was 4, but only in my neighborhood. I refused to learn to drive till I was 20. Why? I did that too, but I crashed into a playground. How many points did you get?
Jesus, at 13, I used to start picking up my boys, and that's when I started really, like, you know, cutting up.
Oh my motherfucker. Okay, easy, Tiger. Easy. Come on. Hey. No more.
Oh.
That motherfucking made me.
Imagine me doing that.
At 100?
Yeah, that's really nothing.
How many police chases do you think you've been in?
Wow.
There's been so many times where...
Did you tell him if we do regular bike trails, we could do a live stream? That's true, chat. Not my motorcycle, by the way, before everyone starts whining. But we actually have, you know, bikes that me and Amy bought, and we're thinking of doing a live stream of us just biking around, you know, cycling, right? Cycling.
Boys just get behind us and they start chasing. Well, like, it's not really chasing.
Yeah, Amy, I told him about the motorbike I got, and instantly, do you have life insurance? You're gonna die. You're gonna die tomorrow.
Do you think you're the most...
Yeah, Amy, send pictures of the bikes. I'll show them.
Where's 981? Like, where's 981 low-key died down? I feel like I've taken over that spot, so yeah.
I'm sure there are a lot of young men that watch your content. What do you think about kids that want to go try and replicate this, copy?
Don't dox yourself on accident. You know, anyone further on who mentions doxing, can we just ban them? Like, do you? I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why that pisses me off so much. Do you guys think I'm stupid? Do you think I'm dumb? Do you think I'm just gonna drive directly up to my house and just hold up a piece of paper of my address and then walk around my house with the camera? Like, what do you think I'm gonna do? God.
From Squeeze Benz himself.
What kind of wizard gives the
This
best
is
hickeys? Necromancers!
I don't drive like this. You shouldn't. Some people in this game take lots of risks, and Squeeze is one of those guys, but highly advise never to do this. How sophisticated is the camera system in New York?
It's getting more sophisticated now to where, like, you know, it take them probably 2-3 days to really find where he was at, you know what I mean?
How do you stash your vehicle?
Dude, I don't understand the point of this. Like, bro's acting like, oh, I'm so skillful. I'm so good at driving. I'll never wreck because I'm so fucking good at driving. Like, what if a car pulls out in front of you and you don't realize it? What if a car brake checks you? What if a car, you know, freaks out and, like, you know, swerves and then hits you? Like, there are so many variables to this situation. It doesn't make any sense that you think that, like, skills don't equate to complete safety. Like, you don't know what other people are going to do. Thank you so much, Nova, for the $5. First time catching a stream, I wanted to say I love your content. I hope your day has gone well. Thank you so much. Or a person runs on the road. Exactly.
The police don't trace you to your house.
I pay for a garage. I have one parking garage where I park my car.
So just like a drug dealer has trap houses, you have different...
I have trap houses, yeah.
Miguel, are you nervous at all?
I'm f***ing nervous.
The boys are right here. But how do you know he was about to get out of his vehicle? You were just about to smash him as he opened up his door.
I would have told you that. Nah, chill.
Why do you think this is something that young...
Sucks for him, not chill. Dude, I hate this guy. I hate these guys. Oh my God, they're such losers, man. Holy shit. Holy shit. Piggy's been doing this since he's 9, which makes him invincible. It's science. Yeah. Again, complacency.
Young men gravitate towards.
Let's talk about brain development in young men. The male brain does not fully mature until about 25, so their prefrontal cortex that assesses risk is not fully developed yet, which helps to explain the risky behavior we see in this segment of the population. There's a name for this: young male syndrome. This sometimes short-sighted behavior is hypothesized to have provided an evolutionary advantage. A 2001 University of Liverpool study found that females prefer brave males who take risks to the ones that do not. And if we go back thousands of years to being hunter-gatherers on the savannah, this preference makes sense, as a female would want the male that fends off the lion or stands to fight when another rival tribe approaches. Biologically, not much has changed in our brains then, but our technology has progressed much.
Oh, okay. Oh, so men go boom, boom, boom. Ah, ooh, ooh, ah, ooh, 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 ah, oh, ooh, ah, oh. And then woman go me 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 ooh oh oh ooh oh oh
much further, and it helps to explain why you see young men
doing
high-speed
I
chases
got it.
and drifting through Times Square.
What's the craziest getaway story you have?
That'd be the one with the helicopter. I pulled up on the highway showing the charge. He was about to pull someone over. So I got behind him. I started playing with him. And I was recording. I got away, obviously. A week later, I started getting chased by...
Not attracted to dumb men who drive 150 and may accidentally kill people. Well, unfortunately, Amy, at least from what chat believes, that is me. And it's probably going to happen. So...
2, 3 black Chargers. I'm looking up and I see the helicopter above me, and I'm like, oh nah. It was only like my second ever helicopter chase, so my heart was bumping. I'm not knowing how hard these guys are gonna go for me right now. They're gonna set a roadblock up, something, you know what I mean? But thank God that wasn't the case.
Like a spike strip.
That's never happened to me. I don't need to give these niggas advice, but like, I don't know why don't use spike strips.
Is it hard for you not to be going fast right now?
Honestly, yeah. If New York really wanted to step their game up, they should put a place where people can do this and have fun in a safe environment. If you give us a...
Yeah, it's called a track, an empty parking lot. Like, list goes on. Like, go to a road that's empty. Go to a track that's designated for drifting. That's designated for racing. You know, go to an empty parking lot. Like, it's already there, you idiot. We already have these things. What the fuck? Just go to Red Bull events, maybe? Dude, go out to fucking Nevada. Just drift in the sand. Like, I don't know. Like, there's so many options. There's so many areas that are, like, void of people where you can go to do whatever the hell you want.
Spot, we're gonna use it.
Yeah, go home and drive your sim racing game.
You see yourself doing this for?
This is not gonna be a forever thing. Eventually it's gonna turn into a brand.
How often do you drive reckless?
It's gonna turn into a brand? God, these guys are such losers, man. Oh my God, these guys are such losers. Thank you so much, Rocky, for the tier 1.
It's every day, but to a limit.
Let's talk about reckless driving in the United States. In 2021, there were 6 million car crashes and 39,500 of them were fatal. A survey by the insurance company Nationwide found that 47% of Gen Z reported driving faster than the speed limit, and 34% of them reported video chatting while driving. Actions like this help contribute to car crashes being...
Video chatting while driving? What are you doing? Showing your dick? Like, why do you need a video chat while you're driving? Are you sexting? Like, what are you doing? Is it that important?
the leading cause of death for...
Oh, sure, blame us. Yes, you have been blamed.
American teenagers. Another concerning fact is the amount of pedestrians killed by reckless driving. In 2022, there were 7,500 deaths in this manner. In New York, vehicular manslaughter is a felony that carries a steep sentence of up to 15 years.
We took 2 Polaroids, they're fresh off the press, still developing. We're gonna put them in 2 random people that buy merch in the next 48 hours. 2 people will get Squeeze Benz, Tommy G, Polaroid.
Oh God, dude, anyone, come on, chat, let's go. Let's get this merch. Come on, chat, let's get it.
Photos, RIP mainstream media, big dogs gotta eat. Hope to send this to you.
Available on Patreon only are the wild and extended cut versions of the interviews with Squeeze Benz, including one right after he got finished with a helicopter chase, extended cut interview with Swim Team, and more. This is some good shit. Patreon.
I don't know if that's copyrighted. I'm gonna wait, birds, wait, we good?
Parking garage, meeting with New York driver Where's 981 and his crew, the Swim Team. Swimming refers to the driving technique where they cut up, weaving in and out of traffic to get where they want to go. They've gained a lot of notoriety online, and I wanted to talk to them to learn more about them.
The faster you go and the more dangerous you drive, the more views you get.
Alright guys, we're pulling up to meet the swim
team. See, chat, the crazier you drive, the more views you get. See, this is just, I'm just gonna start doing this shit, man.
Team, you're one of the groups of the drivers. Why do you guys call yourself Swim Team?
This is how it started. Like, they call me Float. It used to be called Float Apostle. So like, I guess it's like a teacher. I'll teach you how to float. And then it just turned into like, you know, we started cutting up and stuff. It was almost like we were swimming through traffic, and they'll call me like Michael Phelps. So we're swimming.
How fast do you go sometimes?
I'm paying 150 every day.
Swim Team is the dumbest name. Yeah, that is the least cool name possible. Drive a paddle boat like crazy. I will. This shit's only cool in Midnight Club. Yeah. Pig, get a dash cam first? No. I'll get a GoPro.
It's easy to hit 150, bro.
Strap it to my balls!
Like, it's triple digits no matter what.
So then you can see your mom's face! On my balls!
50, 60 miles an hour is my 100.
Have you had any near misses?
Yeah, of course. People come to me like, oh, how do I do this? How do I do that? I'm not going to try and teach you how to do it because of the simple fact that
Thank you,
someone
Kitsuna.
can get hurt. Thank you that I have not hurt anybody. It's like shooting a gun in an open field. Like, anybody can get hit with a straight bullet.
If you hit somebody and they get really injured or die, what should be the punishment?
I feel like it's a little more like shooting a gun at like 200 people and then just hoping that one of them doesn't get hit. It's not shooting a gun in an open field. You are very close to these people. That is a horrible analogy. Awful analogy.
Punishment you think?
I'm going to jail 1,000%.
Yeah, it's worth it. Why?
It's not worth it. That's the thing. I can't justify it, you know?
What's it like being in a high-speed chase?
Your first time, it feels crazy, bro. It's like you're like you're scared to go home some way, somehow. You make it home. You have a little bit of a tough night of sleep that first night, and then you make it to the second night, you make it to the next night, they never come. After that, you get numb to it, you know?
What are the laws in New York for chasing people? Because I know in Milwaukee, oftentimes they don't chase you at a certain speed because they know it results in civilian deaths a lot of times when the chase happens.
It depends on the cop, honestly. I've seen cops where one of my boys, this dude going off-road in New York, and the cops following him off the road. It just takes that one, you know, that one cop that's just ready to be like, alright, I'm coming for you, and it's over.
What does your mom think about this?
I bring my mom to work, she's going 150. She didn't get scared. In her eyes, she knows I'm a good driver.
I drove my mom to work going 150. She isn't scared. She knows I'm a good driver. Well, I guess we understand where he got it from. Great parenting.
Like, you got mother's prayers.
Like, don't get me wrong. I'm like a strong believer in like letting your kids do what they want. Like, you know, if they want to do, like, say they want to go racing right on the track, or maybe they want to drift cars or something like that. Maybe they want to do something crazy, whatever. Like, if that's like a passion they have, cool. But I feel like it's a little bit different. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a little bit different.
Of course, she's gonna always pray for me, make sure everything works out every single time, but she's not too stressed.
You created swim, right?
I wouldn't say I created swim, so it started off as a joke between me and Tom, right? Floating, swimming, and then we're like, why does that sound kind of nice?
So I'm here with...
It doesn't.
Where's not anyone?
And I'm Tommy G, allegedly.
I'll give it to Tommy G, though. He has balls getting in a car with these guys. You know, not worrying about... I mean, I'm sure he's worried about dying.
Who out of this group is the high-speed specialist?
This nigga right here is like nasty on the track. This nigga right here, he's nasty on the motor. He can slide, drift, go fast.
What's the fastest you guys have ever gone in a car before?
170?
170?
Yeah, 183. 192.
That's life or death speed. What makes it worth it for you to put yourself in that position where you could go to the afterlife?
2009 Xbox username's actually true, yeah.
Not careful.
Rush, man. You're not gonna rush. When I drive my car, bro, I just drive it to have fun, bro. If I die, I die. And I'm not living life like I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I understand that sentiment. If I die, I die. Yeah, that's very poetic. Yeah, but what if you take other people with you? What if you take a family with you? You know? What if you take 2 kids who just got out of school with you? Huh? That's where the problem lies. Please move the cam back to the left screen. Chat is blocking your godly skin mask. Chat isn't over me. All right, I was doing this now.
Obviously. I never, like, hopped in a car and went that fast off-grid. It's kind of like, I got used to it, slowly, you know, building up, like, a tolerance to speed. If you're watching this and you're a driver, then you know what I mean when you feel the rear wheels through the seat of the car.
You're super in tune and in touch. It's almost like the car is an extension of your body.
You have senses from the seat, the steering wheel, the audio cues, how loud the engine is, if your tires are squealing. You have so many cues in it, and it's really up to you to take all that sensory input and be able to, like, drive properly. It's like, we're not trying to do this shit for...
That I don't understand their logic. None of that matters. Like, take it to a track, bro. None of that matters. Dude, you just go to the track. That's what I'm saying. Like, none of that fucking matters.
Like, we genuinely want to hop on the Right? Just go crazy. It's just a track day right now. It's expensive and people are shutting the tracks down.
Do you guys know anyone that has crashed or died or gotten injured doing this?
How expensive is it to get on a track? Is it really that expensive? Seriously? It's so expensive you can't do track days? Isn't it just like $100 or something like that? It's like $5,000 to join. Not where I'm at. They have money to rent luxury vehicles. Well, it's actually not as expensive as you think to rent luxury vehicles, but it's really not that. I mean, at least where I live, it's like $100-200, something like that for, 30 minutes to an hour. It's not that bad at all.
That's for sure, but nobody does If anybody were to seriously get hurt or crash or anything like that, I think it'll end it for everybody. I think we don't stop.
There's a risk
No, you won't.
of hurting someone that's completely. Someone could be on their way to work.
I doubt it.
Going to pick up their kid from soccer practice. Like, how does that factor in?
$100 to rent a car or on a track? Yeah, I like to rent track time. You're in Illinois, Pig? Nah, I'm in Illinois too. It's not just $100 for that. I'm not talking about Chicago.
You're driving. And
Chicago. If you're talking about the Chicago area, I got no idea about that.
What does that mean when you get left?
If I'm following 91 or I'm following float and they think a cut I can't take, I'm not taking it.
Indoor or outdoor? There's indoor tracks for cars? Are you sure those aren't go-karts?
We swim for each other. We drive for each other. We don't drive for ourselves. I know exactly how each one of them drives and how I drive. So God forbid someone has to hard brake.
Cheapest seems to be $7,000. Okay, well, that's wrong. I don't know if you're talking about, like, renting it for an entire day, but, like, the one I saw, you could ride for 30 minutes. You have to supply the car, but you ride for 30 minutes, and it's, like, I think 200 something.
Behind are already braking and looking for openings so we're not rear-ending each other.
Have you guys had any near misses?
Of course, but there's this one time where he took a cut. Right after he took the cut, it was either I fit the cut or I'm gone. It's funny saying this, but we're not criminals. We have real jobs. We have insurance on our cars. We pay for our cars. Like, people think, oh, it's daddy's money. Like, that should be pissing me off, bro.
You're renting cars. Like, it's not that, like, luxurious of a hobby. You know what I mean? Like, that's not a super expensive thing to just rent fancy cars.
I did work hard as for this shit, bro.
Do you guys' mom know about this?
She knows, and she tells me every day to stop. And I tell her, look, I'm trying. We have a brand swim.
It's not cigarettes. What? What do you mean? I'm trying. It's not cigarettes, bro. Like, I get you're addicted to the adrenaline, but again, like, there's other ways, bro, without endangering everyone else. Adrenaline is addictive. That's literally what I just said. Adrenaline can be addicted. That's literally what I just said.
Team, right? We're not trying to cut out reckless 24/7, bro. Like, we got a 5M service coming up, a Settle Forza service coming up, and honestly, like, we see the community, we see the love you guys are giving us, and we're not gonna take this and just.
You want to know another huge problem? I didn't even think about this. Another annoying, huge problem with this. It's like the kick problem. They're going to breed more people to do this shit, right? Just like Kick breeds Kick streamers. It's the same thing. They're just going to keep breeding and breeding these fucking losers who think it's cool to drift through traffic. And then there's going to be a dude who he drifts on his Assetto Corsa, his Logitech, his little, force feedback controller. He's like, oh, I drift on this, no problem. Forza Horizon 5, this shit's easy. I can do this on the road. Goes on the road, dies. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, there's plenty of people watching this like, dude, I could totally do this shit. This is easy.
Throw it all away. It's like one of those stories we're trying to create where the bad guy kind of wins.
What do you say to the people that are, like, super pissed when they see what you do? They're like, that's reckless, it's selfish, it's dangerous, people could die. What do you say to those type of folks?
Honestly, bro, you're great. I agree with them, bro. I don't even argue with them. I don't argue with them, bro. I don't argue with them either. When people look at accidents and they see, like, us cutting up and, like, racing through traffic, doing a whole bunch of dumb stuff, they see it as not precise. Like, they're thinking, like, we're just out there and we're trying to crash. We're not trying to crash. If anything, I would argue that when we're on the road, we're actually paying attention to the road more than anyone else on the road. Or another thing is drinking and driving. And like, we don't.
That makes it better. They don't drink and drive, and they look at the road. So everything that they're doing is completely fine.
Ever be under the influence, ever be behind.
Nobody who crashes is trying to crash. What the fuck? Yeah, I know. Their logic is kind of goofy. Like, I don't understand why they're trying to like don't get me wrong. I know they're like quote unquote stand-up citizens or whatever. Like they have jobs. You know, all they're doing right now is coping insanely hard. They're just saying shit to constantly convince themselves that this is totally fine. This is cool. See, it's fine because I pay attention to the road while all these other idiots are on their phone or eating food while they're driving, but I'm actually paying attention. What does that fucking matter? Who cares? Are you implying that they're more dangerous than you? Like, what?
Yeah, and I'm proud to say that.
Tell me what's going through your head in the police chase. How do you get away? What are you thinking about? Are you trying to go a few streets then take an exit? Do you got a hideout? Like, how do you evade police in this type of situation?
Don't get too much on this.
There's people that might watch what you do and wonder how the police have not caught you yet. What is your answer?
I mean, truly, the way that we don't get caught is to stop being dickheads. New York has a no chase policy. Not to say it's because I've been, like, at least in swim at least, I got into the most count chases, right? And I'm not saying it's quite like that. I got the worst luck, bro. To be honest, got the worst luck of it.
I wanted to know what the legal perspective was on what swim teams, squeeze bends, and all these other New York
drinking and
drivers
driving
were
is
doing.
bad,
What
but
were the
that
legal
doesn't make what they're
ramifications?
doing
How much
any
jail time
better or
did they
safer.
face?
I
And
know,
why is
right?
it that they were so brazen about continually doing this? I talked to my guy Nate the lawyer to figure out more about this. He's a lawyer that runs a YouTube channel and breaks things down regularly. This is what he had to say.
My name is Nate the Lawyer. I'm a former prosecutor and a former law school professor. And what you've just seen on screen is known as reckless driving. In the state of New York, you could serve up to a year in prison if you recklessly drive. Reckless driving in New York is simple. It's if you drive in a manner that, quote, unreasonably interferes with the free and proper use of the public highways or unreasonably endangers users of the public highway. Reckless driving is prohibited. Every person violating
I actually thought, I don't know, maybe it's different in Illinois. I thought reckless driving was just as simple as going 40 over the speed limit, or 30, or something like that. There was a specific number I remember, but...
this provision shall be guilty of a misdemeanor, meaning you can serve up to a year in jail. If someone is injured or killed during the act of reckless driving, you could find yourself facing some serious charges.
Dangerous and disturbing exclusive video of young people driving their cars recklessly just before one of the cars crashed and killed 2 people.
Now, this driver was charged with manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide. He's facing up to 10 years in prison. If you are doing something that you know is inherently dangerous and could get someone killed or hurt, and then you do it anyway, that the law finds to be reckless and criminal in some cases. Driving a car 90 miles an hour in a 50-mile-an-hour zone is reckless. Someone could get hurt, someone could get killed, and if someone does, then you are on the hook for that homicide. There may be no fear of repercussions because of New York's bail reform laws. The misdemeanor of reckless driving, as you see on the screen, isn't eligible for bail. If someone commits this crime 10 times in the same day, they'll get bail every time because of New York's bail reform laws. Now, some of you may not believe how insane New York's bail reform laws are, but they are insane. Like this guy who was arrested 101 times for shoplifting and let go every time.
It's probably because he was shoplifting bananas.
Because of New York's bail reform laws. Or this guy who was arrested for 3 assaults in one day, even threw a brick through a store window. He was released every single time on...
What the fuck? What? New York, hello? Bro, is everything going a prospect? Hell, what's going on over there, man?
Bail reform. Or the story of these 4 people who chopped up 2 bodies, left body parts all around the state of New York, and then when the cops went to their home, they found blood, body parts, guts, everything in their home. Guess what the judge did? He released them without
What?
bail. When you put everything together, I think these guys are doing it because they don't really have any fear that they're going to kill anybody. And if they get caught reckless driving, they'll get arrested and charged, but they'll probably be let out the same day on bail reform. Then we can go out and do it again. If you need legal advice, if you're looking to this YouTube video to help you in your case, you're looking.
Our legal system's fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is New York specific, but still.
Looking at the wrong place. With that being said, I'm Nate the Lawyer, and I'm out. Peace.
After hearing what Nate the lawyer said, hearing that there's no consequences really for what these guys are doing, it makes sense why they're doing it. Back to the swim team.
How often you guys get nervous doing this?
So when I started, I used to get super nervous, especially when I used to run. And the reason I started running is not because I don't like cops. It's simply because like you got to a point where I couldn't afford the tickets anymore. Because I was getting singled out for no reason. The speed limit is 50, right? So I would be on the Belt Parkway and I'm
He's getting singled out for no reason.
going 70, 75. I'm doing the same speed everyone else does. However, when the state trooper sees everyone else and me, they single me out because I'm in a white Porsche. So then they think I can afford.
Well, there you go. You literally just solved your own problem. You have a white Porsche, and the cops see you speeding, even if you're going with traffic. He's obviously gonna pull over the sports car, not the mom car. Yeah, totally, because it's the Porsche. I mean, yeah. Like, think about it. If there is traffic going, and there is one sports car, and the rest are like vans, trucks, other stuff like that, they're gonna target the sports car like every time. These are criminals. Why is he hiding their identity? Because he wouldn't be able to interview them otherwise. Just because of his speeding? Well, I mean, he's saying that he's following the flow of traffic. Everyone's speeding, and everyone's been in that situation. You know what I mean?
Afford the ticket, but in the beginning I could, but then that shit started stacking up. And if you're gonna say, oh, then just don't speed, I wasn't speeding. I was just keeping up with the flow of traffic.
So you were going above the speed limit, but you weren't speeding. Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And then I just started running one day because I just couldn't afford the tickets anymore. And then it just started from there. I was super nervous at first. You gotta have a lawyer fees too. After the first time, I only got nervous.
Jesus Christ, man. That was a fucking handicap van.
How many people were after you? 15 cars? Do you guys had to get away from helicopters before?
I never had to.
Is the point system a thing in the U.S. for driving licenses? Yeah. I think it's like if you get a certain amount of tickets within 2 years or something, you can get your license suspended.
Thanks God. Honestly, but I feel like I don't do that situation.
Has the news reached out to any of you guys?
Oh, yeah, of course. Bro, I ain't going front. This is crazy. I'm like 87. I'm like 87 News at all. Because they reached out to me about my content, and they still posted after I said no. And I don't like that. But yeah, this man was article about it.
But you got mad that they used your content? Bro, it's not like you're making anything. You're just doing criminal things and then just posting it. And you're mad that they used it? What? Dude,
so
these guys
have reached
are
out
doing
to
some mental gymnastics right now.
Email you. Okay, so Ali Bauman from CBS New York.
Yeah, she gave me advice. I was like, no, to me.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
I just never responded.
What made you say no to her and yes to me?
Honestly, bro, you're not a cop. Yeah, you're not a cop. You're not associated with the law. You don't have an ulterior motive. I genuinely feel like you're not going to try to paint a bad picture with it. And we've seen your videos, we've seen the work you do, and the type of, honestly, you interview people that do worse stuff.
The logic isn't logical, yeah.
Come on now, if you were keeping them safe, there's no reason why you wouldn't keep us safe, bro.
To me, it feels really fun to have no journalistic background to be beating them at their own game.
Yeah, definitely. Bro, honestly, bro, when you're an authentic person, you go far in life.
I feel like people in our generation just don't trust the news.
That's kind of ironic.
They've lied.
You said when you're an authentic person, you go really far.
So many times that their credit's gone with us.
No, yeah, definitely. Honestly, bro, I've been getting more accurate shit from TikTok.
Pull over, take the tracker out the whip.
Fuck are these songs, man? What the I mean, yeah, he's right. No, he's not. What are you talking about? Are you talking about the news? Yeah, the news, obviously. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the if you're authentic, you can go for it. That's false. I think that's genuinely false. I feel like authentic people get pushed down way more than fake people. But if you're talking about the news, yeah, news is absolutely garbage. Yeah, 100%. Like, you know, mainstream news is like, it's poopy. It's trash can.
Float, swim team, you already know.
And what's your specialty?
My specialty is floating. All I do is float. That's my name. That's what I do. It's everything.
Do you feel like you have to look over your shoulder doing this kind of stuff?
I always look over my shoulder. I'm always not anyone. I would say I'm kind of camera shy, but like my specialty is like I do a little bit of everything. But when it comes to like the you know, the corporate side of things, you know, the brand and stuff, like I'm basically like the brains behind.
LOL floater.
That whole...
Wait, so you're trying to turn this into a video game?
I mean, we already kind of did. It's a game.
It's the yep. There it is. Here's the Assetto
It's
Corsa
called
stuff.
Assetto Corsa. So basically, we host servers, and you just gotta take the link, hop on the server, and if any one of us happens to play on the server, you get to drive with Swim risk-free.
Where's 981 in his
I get to drive with Swim! Oh,
team are
God.
well aware
I'm going to
that
do
a lot
it
of his
after
fans
this.
are young males that might try and replicate what they do. And knowing that that is incredibly dangerous, his team has done something so you can join them in the safety of your home. They built this online Assetto Corsa server so you can drive, swerve, drift, whatever you want. All you need is a computer, internet connection, and it's
Let's
recommended you have
go! I'm
experience.
getting
Details
my
to join
wheel
the
out right
server
now,
are in my
guys.
description.
Do you think you're wanted by law enforcement?
They definitely know about us. I mean, me specifically, I have no clue. If I am wanted, I'm sorry. I don't hate NYPD, I just don't want the ticket.
What do you go by?
Brick 250 or Brick 50, either one is fine.
And what's your specialty?
Well, right now, I think the fans would probably say my specialty is probably police chases, cop chases, and stuff like that. But in my opinion, I think drifting though.
How many police chases do you think you've been in?
Honestly, bro, I lost count probably because I posted at least 30, I think. So I think I have.
You have at least 30 police chases on the internet right now.
Yeah.
Why is this worth?
I don't know. Thinking about it, isn't it kind of like they don't chase though? You know what I mean? Like they literally said cops in NYC don't chase when it gets dangerous. So I feel like they're tooting their own horn for nothing. Like go to a state where they do chase. You know, go to a state where they fully chase, and then I'll be impressed. You know? Like the pit maneuvers we watched that last one. Yeah, the pit maneuver, that one dude going like 100, and he still did it. Go to those. You know? Then I'll be impressed. Do something like that. Not where the cops give up. You know, that's not good enough. Go on.
Worth potentially going to prison.
No matter how you look at it, it's not worth it at all. Me being how I am as a person, bro, it's fun, bro.
Who are you?
So I'm Reaper.
What's your specialty?
I'm more of a low-key swimmer. I'm not really making videos and stuff, but you know, if you know, you know.
Do you have any little brothers?
Oh yeah.
If they wanted to get into this, what would you tell them?
I'm a hypocrite, but I wouldn't recommend it. But
You don't recommend it? This is a question for the whole group. How often do you guys have to change vehicles?
I say if you do it right, you could probably go a year to 2 years where you have to swap the car if you're smart. But you could do some dumb shit in one night that makes you have to
You could rent a car for a year?
swap.
What do you go by?
My name's Billy.
And what's your specialty?
Honestly, the fans kind of
I like the hat.
know me as Lester, I guess I would say. That's if you get in trouble, you can call me. I'll help you with your situation.
So what makes this worth doing?
Oh.
It's not worth doing. I
Is it
wouldn't
Better Call
recommend doing
Saul?
it if I were you, but I can't make your decision for you. So if you are going to do this against our best wishes, I guess, just think about other people
I mean, at least they're saying don't do it. It's not really changing anything.
on the road and do whatever you can to bring it home without hurting yourself, hurting anybody else, or damaging any property.
Tell me how you think about taking on risks and danger.
I think if you're ever going to take on any risks or any danger, whether it's physical risks or financial risks, I think you should write down every single one of the variables that could be a factor in the risk that you're taking, and you should figure out what's the worst case scenario that could go wrong, any other kind of scenarios that could go wrong, and you want to figure out what the best case scenario is, and if that's worth the gamble for you, for the risks that are laid out on the table. But if those risks are worth the reward that you're going
premeditate your
for, I
crimes.
think you should go
Yeah, write down your crimes, chat. Everyone write down your crimes. Make a pros and cons list of your crimes, all right? You know, we're going to turn it in at the end of class.
for it. And if at any time you get too scared, the risks are too much for the reward, you don't want to risk it for the biscuit, just stop, because you're not built for it.
If you want an extraordinary life, you have to take extraordinary measures and risks in action, but know your lane and know when to sit out. And this is something I'm sitting out for.
Also, the story of Icarus, when you have black wings and you fly too close to the sun, never feel like you got it on lock 24/7.
The story of Icarus comes from Greek mythology.
Okay, everyone knows the story of Icarus.
Make it, but you wanted to say what's up to y'all, feel me?
Anything you gotta say for the camera, brother?
Shout out my son Jolly too, he couldn't make it. Yeah, so you asked us these questions. What do you think of swimming?
So here's the thing, I think danger is good in somebody's life, but when you endanger someone else while you're having your own fun, that's where I'm iffy about it.
Yeah.
I admire the courage, I admire the bravery, but when other people's lives are at risk, to me it's like it's a hard battle, you know what I mean? Like, if I lost a friend because someone was just having fun on the road, I'd want to kill that guy. I also, as a young man who does dangerous
He wanted to sound cool, you know what I mean? I feel like that's what he did. I feel like that's what he's been doing this whole time. I feel like he's just like been wanting to fit in and sound cool with these guys without actually being like, hey, can you guys stop? Like, you know, can you, like, this is really fucked up what you're doing. Y'all are gonna die. You guys might, like, and also, you're gonna kill a family, you know? He's like, I mean, like, you know, if it was me, like, I wouldn't do this, but, like, it's pretty badass and cool. And you guys are brave as shit. You got balls of steel. But, you know, I wouldn't do it. You know, it's definitely something I'd want to do, you know? You know, something I wouldn't do.
Things to get it. But I highly advise you don't try it out.
But you could try it somewhere else, not at home. BMW.
Roll of their cool car.
Wow.
But while waiting their turn, a couple of them decided to do donuts in a parking lot where there were many families. Because of this, the police were called, and in a few minutes, an NYPD helicopter arrived on the scene. This is what happened next.
Well, we got a dip in a second. You seen that, right? Yeah.
Hello folks, I'm Tommy G, here with the most wanted drivers in New York, looking at peeling out.
God, this is so cool.
Folks, I wasn't lying when I said these guys are wanted. Well folks, I think it's time we get out of here. Stay safe. Realize that the choices you make can impact other people. There's dangerous things you can do that just impact yourself. When it impacts scared civilians.
Is this Channel 5? No.
Let's go. I'm conflicted with this video, folks, because...
How? How are you conflicted? What is conflicting?
People are going to think this is cool, and their brain is not developed enough to realize the risk to other people. And I feel like you got to pick and choose your battles. And, like, while it is exciting, statistically, eventually, someone is going to crash. Someone's gonna...
Why are you, like, weighing this? This is not like a weighing thing. You don't say, well, I mean, you could kill someone, but it's pretty fun. I mean, like, what are you talking about?
Gonna die. Someone's gonna get paralyzed, and the game that sounded so fun is not so fun anymore.
Went from Game Boys to scales now.
I don't know, man. I feel like you should have laid it on a little bit thicker. I feel like you should have, like, that. You were on the fence too hard, man. You were too hard on the fence in this one.
Now it's time to walk away. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Did you laugh or cry or maybe subscribed? I'll thank you either way. You know I will miss you. I hope you return. Tell your friend or your mother to get me more views, please.